Okay, let's work on the review for exam 2. The first type of question is solve inequalities. Let me get my pencil to work. Let's say 8. When we solve inequality, 90% is the same as solving equality. So when solving equality, we would distribute this 8 to x and to 2. So that becomes ax plus 16, right? 8 times 2, 16. Then we can subtract. We can subtract 7x from ax because we want to combine like terms, right? But the like term on two sides of the inequality. So we need to move around. So we can move, so 7x minus ax. We can move ax from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Then we move 11 from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And when we move, we just have to change its sign. Positive ax moved to the left-hand side becomes negative. Positive 11 moved to the right-hand side becomes negative. Now we can combine like terms because the like terms are on the same side. 7x minus ax is negative 1x. That's now equal to 16 minus 11, that's 5. Now we want to multiply by negative 1 on both sides. Because negative 1 times negative x becomes positive x. Okay, here comes the only difference between solving equality and inequality. Because we have multiplied by negative 1 with negative x, we need to flip the sign because we multiply by negative number. Negative number is a negation, right? This is basically saying not less than or equal to. Well, what is not less than or equal to? That's greater than or equal to. So we flip the inequality sign from less than or equal to greater than or equal to. So that's the 10% difference between solving equality and inequality. So the solution is x greater than or equal to negative 5. And we want to graph the solution on the number line. So what do? We draw a number line. We mark a 0 because 0 is the origin, and negative 5 is somewhere. Then x is greater than or equal to negative 5. So we make a solid dot. Greater than goes to the right. So this is solution set for A. Now let's see B. B, probably we want to get rid of these fractions. Now we have denominator of 4, we have denominator of 3. We want to multiply by the least common denominator, which is 12, because 3 times 4 is 12. So we want to multiply 12 on both sides. Because we have inequality to work with. So 12 divided by 4, and this becomes 3. And on this side, 12 divided by 3, that becomes 4. So now we have 3 times 3, 9 times ax minus 4 greater than 2 times 4 times 6x plus 9. Right? What's it to distribute? So 9 times 8, 72x. 9 times 4, 36. Well, 2 times 4, that's 8. 8 times 6, 48. Then plus 8 times 9, 72. Right? So now we have to move around. So we move 48x to this side becomes negative. We move negative 36 to this side become positive. So I have 72x minus 48x. That's greater than 72 plus 36. Right? 72x minus 48x. Think about 72 minus 48, 12 minus 8, that's 4. Then 7 minus 1, 6, 6 minus 4, 2, so that becomes 24x. Greater than 72 plus 36, 2 plus 6, that's 8. 70 plus 30, that's 108. So we divide by 24 on both sides. So x greater than 108 divided by 24. Right? If we cannot divide in one shot, what do? We simplify with 2. So let's see, 2 is a common factor. We divide 108 by 2, we get 54. We divide 24 by 2, we get 12. Both even, we divide by 2, we get 6. We divide by 2, we get 27. Now we divide by 3, we get 9. We divide by 3, we get 2. So 9 over 2. Or, if you like decimals, 4.5, right? So x is greater than 9 over 2. Draw on the number line, mark 0. 9 over 2, positive number on the right of 0. This is only greater than, no equal sign. So we make an open circle. Then to the right. Okay. So that's B. Now let's see C. C, we see the x term is only this one. But maybe first we want to get rid of denominators. So how do we get rid of denominators? We multiply by 7 with every term. How many terms we have? On the left-hand side, we have one term, which is only 3. So we're going to do 3 times 7, which will give us 21. Then greater than sign. 2x over 7 times 7, that just becomes 2x. Then 4 over 7 times 7, that becomes 4. Then negative 3 times 7, that's negative 21. Right? So 4 minus 21, like terms, we can combine those two. That's negative 17. Then we move negative 17 to the other side. So 21 plus 17, which is greater than 2x. 21 plus 17, we get 38. 38 greater than 2x. But normally we want to write the variable term on the left-hand side. So it becomes less than, right? You see the sharp point towards 2x. So we move 2x to the right-hand side, the sharp point still towards 2x. So basically it's 2x less than 38. Or 38 greater than 2x, right? So 2x is less than 38. We divide by 2 on both sides, so x less than 19. I'll graph our solution. 0 somewhere, 19. We only have to graph those two numbers, right? Make an open circle because no equal sign, less than, go to the left. Oops, did something wrong. Let's erase this. Now let's see D. D, the denominator is big, right? 20, 24, 120. Well, is the least common denominator 120? That means 24. Well, let's figure out. So we have number 20. We have number 24. We have number 120, right? 20 is 2 times 10. Or 2 times 2 times 5. 24 is 2 times 12. Or it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 120 is 10 times 12. It's 2 times 5 times 2 times 2 times 3. Right, so this is 4 times 5, 20, 3 times 8, 24. 24 times 5. 24 times 5, 120. Okay, so we want to multiply everything by 120 because indeed 120 is a common denominator of these 3 terms. Okay, so this is multiply every term with 120. When we multiply 120 with 120 divided by 20, this becomes 6 times x minus 4, right? Because 120 divided by 20, that's 6. So the term on the left give us 6 times x minus 4 greater than or equal to. Then 120 divided by 24, that's 5. So left with 5. So we have 5 times x minus 5. Then plus 1 over 20 times 120, that's just 1. Now we distribute. So we have 6x minus 24 greater than or equal to 5x. 5 times -5, -25, then plus 1. Well, -25 plus 1, -24. Then we have this, we have -24 on the right hand side, -24 on the left hand side, they cancel each other, right? Because if we move -24 to the other side, that becomes plus 24. Or negative plus, that becomes 0. So we have 6x minus 5x, right? Which is x. But then x greater than or equal to 0. So we graph 0 is here. Because we have equal sign greater than or equal to, so we just go from 0, go to the right. X greater than or equal to 0. Okay, those are solving inequalities. Let's see the next set of questions. Okay, so this is basically system of equalities. So I have 2 inequalities to solve. Let's say A. Right. For A, first we can subtract 2. We have 3 sides. You see, we have inequality here. We have inequality here. So maybe you want to get rid of 2. So we subtract 2 on 3 sides. A minus 2 gets 6. Then positive 2 minus 2 is 0. 10 minus 2 is 8. Then we divide by -2. But when we divide by negative number, we switch the signs. So that becomes -3 greater than x greater than -4. Because a negative is a negation, is not, but not less than becomes greater than. So the solution is from -3 up to -4. So we want to write in interval notation and graph the solution on number 9. Okay. In interval notation, we say, okay, we always write a small number on the left, -4 on the left. -3 is bigger than -4. So this is the interval notation. Well, to graph it, you graph 0 in the middle somewhere. Maybe this is a -3. This is a -4. Open circle on both. In between, right? Only the numbers in between -4 and -3 are the solutions. Now let's see these two. These two have an end, right? So we need to solve for this one and solve for this one. Then look for intersection of those two solution sets. So we have 3x plus 6 greater than 9. That's 3x, move 6 to the other side, greater than 9 minus 6, 3. That's x greater than 1. Okay, let's draw a solution for this one. 0 here, 1 here, x greater than 1, open circle, go to the right. Well, let's say second one. Second one, let's multiply by 3. So then cancel this, then 1 multiplied by 3. Then we add 2. So x less than or equal to 3 plus 2, 5. Let's see if 5 is here. So we have, let me use another color, blue color. So 5, we have a solid dot, right? Because it's less than or equal to. Make solid dot. Less than or equal to goes to the left. Because it's an end. So end means we're looking for the intersection of the two solution sets. Do you see the intersection right here? Right here. So that means open parentheses from 1 up to 5 with a bracket, because including 5. Including 5, not including 1. So this is a solution set. This is a graph. Now let's see C. C, solve the first one. We have 2x less than, move 5 to the other side, become -5, -1 minus 5, that's -6. Divided by 2, that's x minus less than -3. Solve this one, we have 2x greater than or equal to -11 plus 1, -10. Divided by 2, x greater than or equal to -5. Now let's graph. Right. Let's see, 0 is here. We have a number -3. We have number -5. Well, first solution is seeing x less than -3. X less than -3. The second one, let me change my color to be red. The second one is seeing x is greater than or equal to, right, or equal to -5. So I start with -5 and make a solid dot. It's greater than or equal to, so I go to the right. Then because this one is or, it's not an and. If it's an and, I look for the intersection. If it's or, I see the unit. What do you see the unit? The unit is going from -infinity up to +infinity, right? It covers everything. Unit of those two sets. D is also or, okay? So we have solved this first one, 4x minus 8 greater than 12. That's 4x greater than 20, because 12 plus 8 is 20. That's divided by 4, x greater than 5. The second one we multiply by 3 on both sides. So that's x minus 2 less than or equal to -15. That's x less than or equal to -15 plus 2, -13. Now let's graph. So we have 5. Let's see, 0 is here. 5 is here. Then we need -13, maybe -13 somewhere here. So x greater than 5 goes this way, right? Let me choose the blue color. Then we have another solution set is x less than or equal to -13. Solid dot over the -13 to the left. Right? Then or means unit. So the first set is from -infinity, we'll always go from small number on the left up to -13, including -13 bracket, union not including 5 up to +infinity. Okay, or is take the unit and is taking the intersection. Okay, that's 1 and 2. And I'm going to take a break, then keep going with the 3. Okay.